Ten Hag is going to have to obviously come out and really give his verdict as far as the game of United versus Newcastle is concerned. That is today at the St. James's Park. And he's going to have to let us know that Mason Mount is back, but he doesn't know when he's obviously going to get fit. Then he has talked about the result that we got from Turkey in Galatasaray. And lastly, we are going to hear from Eddie Howe, who is the manager of Newcastle, has gone ahead and obviously come out and obviously said lots of things concerning Manchester United. Welcome to this channel. Smash the like button, comment and share. And if you're already watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on the stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name, and hope you guys are really doing great. Good morning wherever you are, and let's continue pushing this channel by continuing to subscribe. Remember, last month, that is November, we hit 16,000 subscribers and we want to hit 17,000 subscribers. So guys, let's go on and obviously show us the best that we deserve as a side. Now, we thank God for the gift of life. We are alive because of God, and He's going to have to give us the best that we deserve, and we're here to see to it that we take on the best of the best. Now, where should we start? I've already gone ahead to bring you a video of what Adrian had talked about Onana and Kobe Menu, and here I come with a video of Erik ten Hag talking about Newcastle. He said, I really respect them. It is a difficult team to play, but it's a good challenge, and I like to play against them. We have to rise to the occasion, but on our best against them, because the way they play is very, very organized. Now, obviously, Newcastle is very organized, but I think this is the best time for us to beat Newcastle. How can we not beat a team that has close to 11 players out? You know? How can't we not beat a team like that? And it's going to be a police case if at all you don't beat Newcastle today. That is it. Because the starting 11 they have is going... The starting 11 they played with in France is the same starting 11 they're going to play with today at the stadium of St. James's Park. And it's a team that plays with a lot of intensity, and they play a physical game. Now, do you think they can obviously play 180 minutes at the same levels? You know, they can start off with high intensity levels, but I think at around the hour mark they'll be down. Totally, they will be down. So when you look at their bench, you know, let me read to you their bench, and it's not going to change. Their bench against PSG, it was really, really bad, and that's why really you felt a little bit for Newcastle when they are playing PSG, because when they are playing PSG, if at all they had a better bench, they would have gone ahead to register a better result from that. But their bench had no one to come in through and obviously take them to where they deserve to be, into the galaxy of really winning. Now, here their bench out, and tell me whether there is a player who can get off and obviously change the game. Dubravka, Paul Dumet, Loris Karius, Lewis Hall, Mike Noble, James Allen Huntley, and Ben Parkinson. You know, all those academy players, and their starting 11 was Nick Pope, and I think it's going to stay the same. Trippier was the right back. Why should I even read the starting 11? Let me show it on your screen such that you guys get to know what I'm talking about, because I have a feeling in me that we have a chance to really beat this side. It's really depleted, and we have all what it takes to beat them. Now, Nick Pope was in goal, and he made very many saves, close to 6-7 saves that would have gone ahead to result into goals. Kylian Trippier was the right back, Livramento left back, Fabian Schär, and Lechelis in the central defense. Bruno Guimaraes, Mili, this guy is really good, this young guy, and he created the first goal for Ishak. He scored against Chelsea. Joe Wellington, Amiron, Ishak, Anthony Gordon. When you look at the team of Newcastle, it's over. They cannot make substitutes. I want to assure you, they cannot make substitutes. That is it. So that means he's supposed to go with the same team that played away at PSG, you know, And he never rested any of those because he never made any substitution. As you see, no player going off the field of play. And he's going to verse a team that rested Amrabat. Varane was rested. Aaron Wan-Bissaka was rested. Rasmus Højlund was rested. Garnacho was rested. And he still has other players on the bench. I mean Erik ten Hag to hurt the side of Newcastle. So by so doing, I don't really feel that we're here to do the needful. You know, all what we have to do is to hit this team. Erik ten Hag has gone ahead to play 4 games against Newcastle. He has beaten Newcastle once, Newcastle has beat us twice, and we've gone ahead to register 1 draw. So all you have to do is simple. Go all out, beat Newcastle because it's really lame. This team cannot obviously beat us. Unless otherwise, there is something wrong with Man United. A team that doesn't have a bench has no right to win a game against Manchester United. As I told you, our predicted starting 11. As I told you, our predicted starting 11. Sorry, a bit. As I told you, our predicted starting 11: Onana in goal, Bissaka right back, left back Luke Shaw, Maguire Lindelof central defense, Amrabat, Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, Rashford on the right, Garnacho on the left, and Rasmus Højlund to lead the line. If you're having such a starting 11, meaning that your bench is having Anton Martial, it's having Kobe Menu, it's having Anthony, it's having Facundo Pellistri, you're having Rafael Varane, you're having Diego Dallo. All of those players can take your game to the next level, you know? We are having a better bench than them, and why can't we really hurt them? Because I know even Donny van de Beek will make it to the bench. Why can't we hurt them? This is the only chance we have to beat Newcastle, and see to it that on the Premier League table, they give us our space. They should be giving us our space. I'm talking about Newcastle, because they are having 23 points and they're having 24 points. And if we win tomorrow, we'll sleep in the today we'll sleep in the 7th position. That is it, 7th position, and Tottenham Hotspur will go in the 6th position, and Spurs is going to play against Manchester City. So after match day 14, you might find us being ahead of the side of Tottenham Hotspur. This is what I went ahead to tell very many people, that Spurs is just trying to do that, but they cannot be consistent. They cannot go on a consistent run, because no team in history has ever gone ahead to play a full season without getting injuries, you know? Where Newcastle is, we've been there. Do you remember the time when we had 11 players who were really injured? I think that even 12. Tom Heaton, the goalkeeper, was injured. Bissaka was injured. Luke Shaw was injured. I think Varane was injured. Then Sancho was out. Who else? We had more other players that were really injured. Tyrell Malacia was injured. You understand? Even Sergio Roglic was injured. We had 11 players who were really injured, you know? And they could obviously come up and obviously help the club of Man United. So we had a very bad start of the season because of the injuries. And now teams that went ahead to have a very good start are really being affected by injuries, and they have to obviously feel the music, because what goes round comes around. Now, Eddie Howe on Man United said, in big moments, you are looking for big players to step up and potentially win you the game. I think that is the situation we are in, but we know we are going to have to be at our very best to win. I think they are very good games. We respect their team and their manager. They are an outstanding team, and I think these games against the bigger clubs are always very difficult and always decided by fine margins. That is it. So, to me, I don't see anything concerning fine margins in this game, because I see a 3-1 win for Man United. That is it. With the players that we are having and the quality, if we don't go to Newcastle and get what we call a sounding and commanding win, then those players will need to obviously come up and obviously show us what they're all about. One will say, how did Chelsea lose to Newcastle? Because Chelsea is not Manchester United. That is it. Have they gone ahead to go on a run that we've been on? 6 games, 5 won, lost 1. We are going there as the favorites. That is it. Newcastle, the injuries they are having are really affecting them. If you don't have a bench, how can you not lose to Manchester United? Unless otherwise, we don't really score our goals. But all I want to let you know that the hugest positive as we head into this encounter is simple. Manchester United has started to kill off its chances. Ever since we returned from the international break, we beat Everton 3-0. We went away at Galatasaray and really beat them by 3 goals. Sorry, we drew 3-3. So, there is no question about us scoring. The sharpness is increasing, but we need to obviously be tight into the defense. That is it. So, I respect Newcastle, but all I want to let you know is that they cannot match our standards. That is it. If at all they had their team, like the Happy Bands, the Sandro Tinali's, which other player? Sandro Tinali, Willock, Murphy, name it. Steve Bootman. I would have gone there, respecting them a lot. But with the team they're having, I think we go there with an upper hand to register a win from that game. Now, Ten Hag on the team news said, I don't think about the Munich game. First, we go back into the Premier League, but there are players on the way back, but I can't give a prognosis or how long it will take. Mason Mount today is returning on the pitch, but I don't know how long it will take him in the moment. So, you talk about Mason Mount, it's really one of those signings that most of the fan base of Man United, with me inclusive, never went ahead to agree with. And you'll all agree with me that we came in through and opposed Erik ten Hag on the signing of this guy because we knew what he brings on the field of play. And one thing that's going to exonerate him is to come in through the team of Man United and start scoring goals. Because for Mason Mount, his entire career has been built on scoring goals. And he has not gone ahead to be that playmaker that we'll talk about that creates very many chances. But all in all, it has been all about him scoring goals. And not until he does that, because we, as fans of Man United, we are used to him as a person who scores goals. And that's why they brought him in at the club of Man United. And look at how Kobe Menu, an academy graduate, is coming in through to obviously displace him. You know? So, all we need is simple. We need this guy back, and he needs to come in through and start scoring us goals. Because when you have people who can come in through and really score goals, especially coming off the bench, then you'll be having the best of luck for yourself. And I wouldn't like to see to it that Manchester United doesn't really benefit from this player, because we spent a lot of money for him, and we need to see to it that that money really comes back. And I want Erik ten Hag to obviously flip his coin and obviously learn that we shouldn't sign everybody. Everybody is not supposed to be signed by Man United, and he needs to be very specific on who he's going to bring on. But him returning is good, because I would rather have him around. Like I would rather have him around and not having him around. I think you've gone ahead to get to me that I would rather have Mason Mount fit other than not having him fit. So I would rather have him available other than not having him available. So that's what I was really trying to mean, and I hope you guys are going to understand that. And then Erik ten Hag, lastly, he was talking about the result in Turkey, and this is what he said. Remember, we drew 3-3 after leading 2-0, then 2-1, then 3-1, then 3-2, and we drew that game. Ten Hag, on if he's frustrated with the result in Turkey, said, you say it very good. How good we play on Wednesday? We played very good. Also in Copenhagen, even in Bayern Munich, we played very good, but we have to do certain things better. Eliminate individual errors, transition, but transition, but can sort this out, and I would be more concerned if we didn't play well. So, obviously, you say to it that in transition we are doing better, and one thing we are supposed to do is to defend better. And what we are supposed to do, according to me, is simple. Let's grind out results until the 30th of December. Then, when the Premier League returns, Lisandro Martinez will be back, and if at all we get Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane in that central defense, then we'll be doing better. And you never know what will happen in the January transfer window. We might obviously go in and bring in a Todibo or any other defender that can come in through and obviously get us to where we deserve to be as a club of Manchester United. So guys, your thoughts onto United versus Newcastle tie, Ten Hag respectively reacting to it. What do you make about it? Mason Mount returns. What do you make about it? And Turkey results. Ten Hag still frustrated as he heads into the game of Newcastle. May the living to God bless you abundantly. Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. Rokan David is my name. Sign out for now. See you later, my lovely mates.